What's going on, people? It's your boy Nate. We're back again. This time with something completely different. Now, as you guys know, I'm a big fan of Pokemon, and this love for Pokemon hasn't just come around or has come about like everybody else's in most recent times, where the hobby is blowing up and people are in it for the money per se. My love for Pokemon stems from the very original anime. Obviously, that was from a very long time ago, which shows my age. And whether it was for, and mainly I think it stems from my love of my fondness for animals, right? I grew up in Thailand for a short amount of time, and my family owned a farm, and I'd run around with a chicken for whatever reason, because I was that type of weird kid. Climb trees, chase snakes, do you know what I mean? Real jungle boy, real Mowgli-esque. And when I saw Pokemon for the first time, it sort of reminded me of my childhood. And the fact that they would battle and spit fire and do other shit, that just added to it. Do you know what I mean? That I don't know what it was, but it captured my heart. And when they brought out the games and the trading cards is where it took off, right? So I'll get into it. But anyway, the games, again, it solidified that love for Pokemon. And even now, I didn't even finish the most recent game, but I guarantee you, when the next one comes out, I'll buy it just to have it. Right, so in terms of cards as well, it's, for me, I've always enjoyed art, right? Growing up, I didn't grow up with much. This isn't a sob story. I don't want your R's. I don't give a shit. I didn't grow up with much, but idle hands, do you know what I mean? Like, I would always be finding something to do. I was a little arsonist, so I used to run around with candles and shit just to light up. But when I wasn't doing that and causing havoc, I was drawing. And I didn't pursue it as a career just because, for one, I'm a pretty lazy bastard, and second, this is the most important thing, I really dislike being told what to do, especially when it comes to art. And I took art as a subject in school. I passed it fine, that's fine, but I could have done a lot better. But the curriculum for art in the UK is very drab. And like most people in our generation, once you're introduced to anime and Japanese culture, you sort of fall in love with it, right? So in falling in love with Japanese culture and Japanese art, artwork from Hokusai was the first Japanese art, like the first real Japanese artist I laid my eyes on, and it blew me away, man. Like, it was so inspiring. Like, and Hokusai is a wood block printer, I think. It's something to do with prints. I can't remember for the life of me. It's been a while. But that fascination stemmed from something like that. So you put those two together, and it's like Pokemon and art. It I don't know. It inspired me so much as a child, and it continues to do so now. So on screen I have a couple of cards illustrated by one of my favorite Pokemon artists, right? Goes by the name of Tomokazu Komiya. If I'm pronouncing that incorrectly, I probably am. I apologize. I mean no disrespect. Like, this guy's artwork is absolutely insane. And it isn't, I don't know, it's weird because it looks like something done with crayons, right? It looks like an acid trip basically, but everything looks so intentional. Like the drowsy, like the slice of life, like it's absolutely phenomenal. The use of colors, the expressions on people's faces, the expression on Drowsy's face, like the way he's lit up, it's absolutely amazing. Now obviously that doesn't take away from the hundreds of other illustrators that illustrate artwork for Pokemon cards, right? All of them are fantastic, but there are a certain few that just absolutely blow me away, and whoever this person is one of them. I absolutely love it. So yeah, with the recent boom in Pokemon, again, like, I find it really weird, right? Because it's something that me and my friends have always enjoyed, and now that more and more people are entering the hobby through Pokemon Pocket, that's probably where it's all come from, this influx of people. Like, the hobby's just exploded again, and yeah, we can't get product, which is quite annoying. But then at the same time, you know, playing Pokemon Pocket is growing increasingly frustrating because you only get 2 packs a day, right? And you know, I'm an adult, I can't be spending tons of money on a mobile game, because they'll get you, man. Like they'll add up. So I didn't really want to spend money on Pokemon TCG Pocket, which sucks because I really enjoyed the game. But you know, at a certain point you have to think to yourself, wait, hold on a second, like, is it actually worth it? But I mean, you know, I'm sure, do what you want, it's your money, innit? So yeah, I thought, you know what, let me sort of try to take the channel in a different direction. I mean, obviously I still play the games and that, but I really want to try to sort of get back into art in a way, just because, you know, I think it's very important to act when you feel inspired to do something, obviously within reason. Like, don't be inspired to do weird shit and then act on the weird shit. But you know, if it's something like creating something, then you do it. Do you know what I mean? Time is finite, so no matter the outcome, at least try it. Try something new. Try to act on your inspiration. So yeah, I mean, I've never really been too extraordinary at art, right? But you know, like I said, the curriculum was quite rubbish back then. Obviously I wanted to draw super sick anime characters, I wanted to draw Dragon Ball Z shit, I wanted to draw Pokemon shit, but these motherfuckers had me drawing fucking flowers and shit. I don't want to do that shit. I wanted to draw fucking anime, man. It fucking sucks. So it's sort of like, fuck that. Oh, do you know what? It's getting me angry. I'm not even going to talk on it. But yeah, all right, Pokemon, right? I've never been fantastic at drawing per se. I'd say I'm average, if not just slightly above average, right? Like, I can draw a basic form. Like, at the moment I'm drawing Rayquaza on screen. I'm drawing Rayquaza, and it's very difficult, right? Like, you have an image in your head that you want to put on paper or on whatever you're trying to put it on. In this case, it's Procreate. If anybody hasn't got Procreate, it's an app. It's really fucking good. It's really fun. It's very easy to use, actually. Obviously I recommend buying an Apple Pencil or some type of pencil tool. But yeah, this isn't a tutorial. I mean, if you guys want me to do a tutorial, I'll do a tutorial, but I'm not even very good at that. Like, I don't even fully know how to use Procreate. I'm probably going about this the complete wrong way. But again, I'm acting on impulse. I'm going off of an inspiration. So yeah, the other day I was standing at work, and me and one of my colleagues were talking about the Pokemon games. No, we was talking about Final Fantasy games. and then he'd left, and then I started feeling nostalgic about Pokemon all of a sudden. And I remembered back to Pokemon Emerald, when you fought Rayquaza, like when you got to, I can't remember what it's called, the Sky Tower, whatever, Moss Deep Sea, I don't know, I can't remember. But then you get to the top of the tower after doing that bullshit maze, and then you see Rayquaza standing there, and then the music drops, and oh dude, the nostalgia trip was crazy that day. I stopped what I was doing at work and replayed the entire theme off my phone just because I missed it. So this is sort of like the idea I had in my head was okay, Rayquaza the main theme, but then surrounding it, well, it's meant to be a homage to the first time you fight Rayquaza, right? But I wanted to it's so difficult to explain, because my perfect idea of Pokemon is putting Pokemon in real life situations, and real life locations, which I feel the cards do really well. So Rayquaza, this guy, what is he? He's kind of a snake deity, kind of a dragon. So we're going East Asia, yeah, whatever, Southeast Asia. In Buddhism, you know, Buddha was sheltered by snakes. So I am envisioning him, and he's sort of at the top of a tower, surrounded by stupa, which are sort of structures that house Buddhist relics. And they can sometimes be the remains of like Buddhas and nuns, which I think would be a pretty cool dwelling for Rayquaza, right? A legendary Pokemon. Now the issue I run into is if you ask me to draw something, right? If you ask me to draw a dog, I'll be like, alright, no problem, I'll draw you a dog. If you ask me to draw Mewtwo, I'll be like, do you know what? Easy peasy, I'll do that, no problem. But then if you ask me to draw Mewtwo in a laboratory with scientists and exploding shards of glass, I'll draw Mewtwo. Do you know what I mean? Everything else I'm terrible at. I cannot draw a background to save my life. So this is my journey. This is my journey on getting better at drawing backgrounds and surroundings of a subject. And again, you know, I'm not perfect, I'm trying. So I'm hoping to carry this sort of what can I say, this series. This series is a journey of betterment. I want to get better at drawing, right? So again, drawing subjects is pretty easy for me. Observational drawings I'm very good at, but you know, when you imagine an object, you have to then imagine a light source and then shadows, and yeah, all that I'm terrible at, and that's fine, right? Those are things you can learn and sort of get better at. And again, guys, I'm telling you, if something inspires you, if you want to pick up a pen and paper, pencil and paper, whatever, just to draw, just to scribble, do it, man. Like, don't be afraid of failing. Like this thing, you know, the video is 18 minutes long, but it took me a good 10 hours, I think, just to sort of get it to a place that I sort of like. And even at the end of it, you'll see at the end of the video, I'm not entirely happy with it. Like, the majority of the video is just me like sitting around like thinking, all right, what do I do? Where am I putting shadow? Where's the light coming from? I don't know. I don't care. But at the end of it, you know, if you create something that you're proud of, that's a big win in my eyes, man. Like, at least you're trying. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know, guys. Like, anyway, I don't really have a topic for the rest of the video. Yeah, hopefully next time I'll sort of have something planned out a little bit more in terms of conversation. But yeah, at the end of the video you'll see the end result, Let me know which one you prefer. I don't know if Rayquaza's circular bits actually light up or not, but I thought it would be cool to sort of make it glow a little bit. But at the same time, I sort of like the plain version. But hey, many more improvements can be made. Yeah, I don't know what I'd do next. If anything, guys, comment on what you think I should draw next, or which Pokemon I should draw next. I'll probably try to do another legendary, just because they are pretty cool to do. I think in future as well, I'd like to do a couple more slice of life with Pokemon implemented into them. That would be pretty cool. So yeah, leave a comment down below on who is your favorite Pokemon illustrator, and let me know if you liked what I've done. Any criticism is welcome. Alright guys, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Cheers guys, take care.